It's only around 4 or 5 years since the first Rama sherry started to appear in our shelves. Rama is a style of sherry where there is not such heavy filtering and fining of the wine to remove the yeast from the wine before bottling. So it's almost like just being able to taste the sherry straight from the cask over there in the south of Spain, without it going through so much of the processing that a normal sherry would. Many people believe it's a more kind of natural and authentic style of sherry with none of the kind of goodness of flavour and aroma removed. My wine of the week this week is just such a sherry, an Rama. This is the Barbadillo, one of the oldest sherry houses, Manzanilla, Pasada, Pastora and Rama. Now that's a real mouthful. The wine sells for around £7 to £10 from a number of independent wine merchants. I'm going to put a full list just at the end of the video. But first of all, to explain all of that, Manzanilla is the style of the sherry. So it's made and aged in an area called Sanlúcar by the sea. Famously, those sherries are supposed to have a little bit of a salty tang from that specific location where they are created. It's a Pasada, so it's an older style of sherry. In this case, the sherry is at least 8 years old, and it is in Rama, which is this style of very lightly filtered, unfined wine. 15% alcohol, and on the nose, it really is all about kind of brioche bread, yeastiness, and a tang of briny, seasidey saltiness. That's all in this wine. Really very attractive. There's also something quite high, floral and herbal. I guess I'm thinking something like a chamomile tea almost. There's that kind of note to it. So it's all very interesting, all very complex. And on the palate, dry as a bone, absolutely bone dry. Slippery texture, quite elegant, quite a nice kind of viscous feeling to it. There is nuttiness, there is that briny saltiness again. It has a lovely kind of immediate affinity to things like olives and roasted almonds and those kind of things. It gets your kind of gastric juices flowing. A very nice sherry for sipping at its own or for sipping with those kind of foods. And this Rama style means it really is packed with flavour, though it is absolutely bone dry. I think it's a really interesting style, and what a delightful wine this is for drinking in the Christmas season for sure, whenever you're having those nibbles before or after dinner perhaps. So the wine is the Barbadillo Manzanilla Pasada Pastora in Rama. It sells for between £7 and £10 per half bottle, and the list of retailers who are stocking this wine is coming up on screen in just a second from now. This is my wine of the week.